street didn't raise me gentle, raised me functional, taught me how to read a room before the punctual arrival of danger, how to calibrate the body signal when the air shifts, how to tell the ritual from the vigil of something imminent. I had no theorist, no mentor, with a salary, just the concrete in the winter, and the men who'd either make it or become the cautionary verse in someone else's story, the obituary nailed to a lamppost. I chose early which one I'd inhabit, watch the ones who hesitated lose the habit of continuing. The street is not sentimental in its teaching, but what it teaches lasts because the lesson came with bleeding. I came from the street, not the romanticized version, not the cinematic slow motion immersion in a golden hour poverty, the real excursion through the unbeautiful, the raw coercion of a world that didn't pause for your conversion. I came from the street and the street came with me, pressed into my posture, into how I see, into every room I've ever entered. Free of nothing, carrying the whole seminary. The penthouse has a view I couldn't have conceptualized. At 14, looking up, eyes unauthorized to imagine what that altitude felt like from the interior. What warmth felt like without the ulterior condition of survivor attached. Now I stand here nightly, looking down at the coordinates that form me slightly differently each time, because the distance changes nothing in the fundamental wiring. Still I wake up checking something, still I read the room before I occupy it. Still the peripheral vision runs its sweep, that's not categorical. Trauma, that's the operating system the street installed before I had the language to describe what I was being called. I came from the street, not the romanticized version, not the cinematic slow motion immersion in the golden hour poverty, the real excursion through the unbeautiful, the raw coercion of a world that didn't pause for your conversion. I came from the street and the street came with me, pressed into my posture, into how I see, into every room I've ever entered. Free of nothing, carrying the whole seminary. The men in boardrooms have a different kind of fluency. Their native tongue is privilege, their ingenuity comes pre-capitalized. I respect the game, but I translated myself into their language from a dialect they've never navigated. Without a guide, I was my own, I was the cartographer of my own ascent. Each floor a harder paragraph to write in the language I was learning while I climbed. Conjugating power in real time, never primed by anyone who's been there. Just the instinct and the nerve that the street deposits in the ones who had the verve to stay enrolled past the point where enrollment cost the most. I graduated into rooms that were supposed to be the ghost of my ambition. Turned out they were just the next classroom, different curriculum, same asphalt in my last room. I don't perform the origin, don't wear it like a pendant, don't bring it to the table like a credential, too dependent on the past for men who do that. I just carry it as narrow as the substructure of the man, the inact knowledge narrow, foundation that the visible architecture rests upon. You'll never see it, but without it I am gone, just another man with aspirations in a tailored suit. The street is not my story, it's my route. You don't announce your roots, you grow from them in silence. Let the canopy speak, let the height declare the alliance between what you came from and what you chose to build. The street made me possible, consider that distilled. Penthouse window, same eyes that read the corner, same sweep of the peripheral, same internal order of priority. Exit first, then opportunity, then everything the street made possible for me. I came from down there, and down there never left. It just got taller with the rest.